A very good day to Dr. Risley. On behalf of my groupmates, I, Chelsea Rose, will present on our topic on the relationship of real interest rate and foreign direct investment to economic growth in Malaysia in the period of 1985 to 2018. So, introduction, this study aimed to examine the relationship of real interest rate and foreign direct investment to economic growth in Malaysia from 1985 to 2018. Okay, so real interest rate is an interest rate which has been adjusted to remove the results of inflation to reflect the real cost of funds to the borrower and the real income return on investment to the lender or to an investor. In 2018, real interest rate in Malaysia was 4.2%. Over the past 33 years, highest value for real interest rate in Malaysia was 1986, which was 22.9%. Next, foreign direct investment, also known as FDI, is the increasing of production from goods and services over a specific period. To be more accurate, the measurement must remove the effects of inflation. So in 2018, FDI in Malaysia using US dollars was about $5 billion, and highest FDI value was in 2011, which was $18 billion. Next, economic growth is an investment made by individual or a firm of a country into business interests located in another country. The value of economic growth was 4.74% in 2018. Over the past 33 years, the minimum value was at negative 7% in the year 1998. The year after, which was 1999, Malaysia recovered from a financial crisis, so it had an economic growth of 6%. So past studies from Parantap and Alessandra in 2007 said that FDI is the engine of transformation in the industrial sectors. Studies from MEDI said that the relationship between both variables is closely where the Southern Asia countries need to increase FDI to improve the economic growth of the countries. Studies from Helmut and Marcelo, 2002, said that we should attract more foreign direct investment to enhance the economic growth instead of national savings to achieve their prospects. Studies from Muhammad, Imran, and Afzal in 2015 said that there was a significant relationship between foreign direct investment and economic growth in Pakistan from 1977 to 2013. On the contrary, studies from Kamel and Bazumana said that the FDI in developing countries may not hold the most contribution, but other factors also had contributed to the country's economic growth. Studies from Rafael, Maria, and Pablo said that the FDI had a varied relationship to a nation according to the nation's classification, such as high-income countries are positive, upper middle-income countries are uneven, and low-income countries are negative. So in this study, our methodology is a systematic analysis method that is applied for collecting quantitative or qualitative data. And the data set is a time series with observation covering the period from 1985 to 2018, collected from World Bank data. So in this study, we use this regression model to predict the impact of FDI and real interest rate on GDP. And this is the econometric model that we use. Okay, every single variable will be tested with augmented Dickey-Fuller ADF unit group test, which is to determine the stationarity of each variable. After that, this study will further proceed to co-integration test, which is to determine the relationship between variables using a suitable approach. Next, eView software is used to meet the research objective, which is to determine the impact of FDI and real interest rate to the level of economic growth. So the results of our study, based on the results of the ADF unit group test testing on intercept only, all the variables are stationary at level. On the other hand, the result that test on intercept and trend showed that GDP and interest rate are stationary, whereas FDI was not stationary. Hence, the variable is generated into first difference form. The mean variable, FDI, were constant once after the first differencing in intercept and trend. co-integration test is used to see whether GDP, FDI, and real interest rate have a long-run relationship that exists between each other in this study. In this model, ordinary least squares is more suitable to be used in this study since the result of ADF unit root test testing intercept only shown that all variables are integrated at level, which both variables give a significant result for this study. The model shown an adjusted R squared of 0.4235, which means that the variation of economic growth can be explained by 42.35% variation of independent variables. The F statistic of 11.39 shows that the regression is significant, which means at least one independent variable will give significant impact on economic growth. So our results show that the impact of foreign direct investment on economic growth is positive and significant, whereas foreign direct investment has significant impact that can be proved to cause economic growth in this country. So the estimation equation will be specified as below. And based on this result, we can conclude that there is a co-integration between the foreign direct investment, real interest rate, and economic growth. So in conclusion, GDP per capita has a negative association with the real interest rate, whereas a positive association was shown in the foreign direct investment. The results of this study are consistent and in line with the existing literature review that found a significant relationship between foreign direct investment and real interest rate toward economic growth. It is found that the real interest rate is a decreasing function of economic growth. So that is the end of our presentation. So these are my group mates. Every one of you has questions to ask. Are you clear on the presentation?
Yes.
Great. Any questions?
Hi, Chelsea. So may I know, like, what can the article contributes and benefits the future researcher?
Okay. So while recognizing the limitations of our analysis, we believe that our analysis can enhance the confidence level of data in similar topic and allow other researcher partners to do differently in the future.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Chelsea, based on the review, other interest rate have a strong relationship with the economic growth?
Based on the review, we can get different answer from different researchers. For example, from research by Muhammad Haris Afiq, the real interest rate has a significant impact on growth, domestic product, and inflation. But however, research by Barry Bosworth state that real interest rate makes little or no sense to economic growth.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone has a question for me? Okay, I have a question for one of you, Ko Yuen Hui. Okay, so the question is, what is the Dickey-Fuller test for?
In statistic, the Dickey-Fuller test tests the null hypothesis that a unit root is present in an regression model. The alternative hypothesis is different depending on which version of the test is used, but is usually stationary or trans-stationary.
Okay, thank you, Yuan Hui. Any other question or any questions for me?
Hi, Chelsea. Here's my question for you. What result did we obtain when we conducted the co-integration test?
What result? The results show that the impact of FDI on economic growth is positive and significant, whereas the real interest rate has a negative and significant impact on economic growth. Did I answer your question?
Okay. Yes, you did. Thank you.
Right. How about last question? Can I ask Yong Bule?
Yes.
Yes, Yong Bule. Okay. The next question, how foreign direct investment can affect the economic growth?
An increase in FDI will increase the demand for the currency of the receiving country and raise its exchange rate. An increase in a country currency will lead to an improvement in its terms of trade, which are the ratio of export to import price.
Okay. Thank you, Yongbula. I guess that is all for the questions. And thank you, sir. What?
Thank you, thank you.
所以可以挂了。